Hello and welcome back to the Bright Light Wellness YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I want to talk about the best indoor lighting that you can use to support your health. Yeah, as you know, I talk a lot about sunlight and circadian rhythms and having optimal light and dark signals, having really bright days and really dark nights to get optimal health and healing. This is because your biology is fundamentally run by light. Your mitochondria are fundamentally charged and run on light. Light is a nutrient that we absolutely need, and we need our lighting to mimic the sun as best as we possibly can. So here's what I suggest for lighting. Of course, we want to be outside in nature as much as possible, getting bright sunlight in our eyes. There is no greater lighting than sunlight for our biology. It contains all of the light frequencies that we need: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, indigo, right? It contains everything that we need, right? And it gives us the most healing. However, okay, most of us cannot be outside all the time. It's just not possible, right? We have to work. We have to be indoors sometimes. So we want our lighting indoors to be mimicking the sun as much as it can, right? So I want to talk to you about a light bulb that I use. New light bulb that I found is from a company called Strainless Lighting. And I'm going to show you right here. I keep it right by my desk, actually. I use it all the time. I have two. I have one here and one in my kitchen. And they come on these little stands, or you can just buy the light bulbs. It's an incandescent light bulb. So I actually can feel the infrared heat. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the benefits of infrared in a minute. But what's really nice about it is you can opt for the stand or not, or you can just buy the light bulb. But it's this beautiful warm tone, and it's really full spectrum and mimicking sun very nicely. Of course, outside is always better. I'm saying if you have to work in an office, if you're stuck inside, if you're taking client calls like me or working on your content, it's nice to sit next to this warm incandescent bulb. It actually feels nice. Like I feel the infrared heat. Infrared is actually non-visible light. You actually just feel it as a heat source. Your body senses it. But what's also nice is that it comes with a little dimmer switch, so you can dim it down for nighttime. So during nighttime, this is going to have very little blue coming off of it. It's not going to disturb your melatonin production, right? Because melatonin is our major built-in natural antioxidant. And we do not want blue light in our environment at night, because blue light will shunt your body's ability or suppress melatonin, where you will be unable to heal and repair at night. So you don't want to have screens or artificial blue light in your environment after the sun goes down. This light bulb, if you need to use lighting, is perfect. You want to do some journaling, you want to do some reading, it's a perfect light to use. It mimics firelight, really. I'm going to put it back up because it's daytime. I would only use the dimmer settings early in the morning before sunrise, or at sunrise time, or sunset time, and after sunset. So I'm going to put it back over here. You can opt to get the stand or not, but I want to talk to you about why infrared is so important, or red light frequencies are so important, and why we need those light frequencies. And I also want to talk to you about why they're important. I think my thing is glitching. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me pause us. Pause. Sorry, I might have some Ethernet issues today. It seemed like I was glitching a little bit. But I want to talk to you about why infrared is so important and why it's so lacking in our environment. Now, first of all, infrared is available from the sun literally all day long. So we all hear about red light therapy and the benefits for our health, right? And how it supports our mitochondria and how it helps us have more energy and more repair, right? But literally that healing capacity is available from sunlight all day long. It's 50% all day long of the sunlight. It's the most predominant light frequency from sun, all the ones on the red spectrum, but it's also the most healing. That's why it's always available to us, right? So our modern indoor lifestyles are really void of red light or infrared and red light frequencies. We're missing it because we are indoors, not outdoors, right? And then we have these things called windows, right? And glass. And what those things do is they actually block or don't allow the infrared to pass through, because infrared is perceived as heat. Remember when I put this light bulb next to me, it feels warm, it feels like heat. Right? So the thing is, is due to energy efficiency. We've made our modern glass block those light frequencies out. So what happens is we're lacking that healing frequency of light because we're trying to work on energy efficient, but we're actually harming our health. Okay, now light bulbs used to be mostly incandescent. In fact, incandescents were banned recently, but I believe they're coming back on the market. But that was, again, due to energy efficiency, because this light bulb's not going to last forever. It's not going to last as long. And because it has this warmth to it, it's not as energy efficient. Okay, and so what they did is they took the red frequencies out of light bulbs and they just left the blue enriched light frequencies. Now, the problem here with that is that when in nature, the sun would never ever be, blue light from the sun would never be present without red light, because red balances the blue, right? The blue is kind of this energy producing, blood sugar spiking, cortisol raising, right, light frequency, kind of more inflammatory light, but it's always balanced with the red frequencies. And red is like the anti-inflammatory, calming to the nervous system, lowers cortisol, lowers blood sugar, right? So it's like this yin and this yang, right? But because we took the red out of the bulbs, our red light frequencies, the infrared and the red, we've kind of removed that calming and just left the stimulatory lighting factor. Now, what's the problem with being without infrared all day long? Well, the problem is that number one, your mitochondria, those are the organelles inside of your cells, they thrive on red light. So the more red light you receive and that input of red light, the more what we call subcellular melatonin your cells will make all day long. And this helps your body heal, or your cells heal and repair all day, which is what we want, right? We want to get this healing all the time. It helps us like regenerate, like autophagy, apoptosis, mitophagy. Those are fancy words for cell death, cell repair, and cellular cleanup. Okay, we want to have that happening throughout the day. And red light does this all day long. It also, red light frequencies also help lower glucose responses, help stabilize blood sugar, help balance hormones, help you enter the parasympathetic nervous state, help you have less cortisol, right? Not in a bad way, but like instead of having cortisol jolts. Artificial blue light, oh, I think I'm glitching again, I hope not. Artificial blue light, what it's going to do is it's going to give you high jolts of cortisol. It's going to spike your blood sugar. It's going to spike your cortisol. It's going to spike your nervous system. It's going to make you feel really alert and really awake, which is good, but it's going to do that without the balancing effects of red light. So we need to have red light in our environment. So number one, it helps heal and repair and helps replenish the mitochondria. It's going to make your mitochondria stronger. And what it also does is it also helps the mitochondria make what's called exclusion zone water. And this happens at step 4 in the mitochondrial electron transport chain, which you don't really need to know, but this is how your body stays cellularly hydrated. And it's really important for your body to make this special exclusion zone water, because it is the foundation for health, because this water is actually how we make more cellular energy. It acts as a battery, okay, around our cells, which then will have your body have more energy, right, for its cellular functions, to do everything it needs to do, all of its processes. And then it also acts as a barrier around your cells. It gives you this net negative charge. And when I say negative, that actually means it's a good thing in your body. You want a net negative charge because you run on negative electrons and negative charge. And this barrier around your cells helps your body exclude, that's why it's called exclusion zone, exclude anything that doesn't belong. So there'll be no toxins or pathogens, anything larger than an electron cannot pass through, okay? So this is a really good thing. We want to have this cellular hydration. I have videos on exclusion zone water, cellular hydration, all the things, tons of them. Just scroll back and you'll see videos on exclusion zone water and cellular hydration. I actually have a course on cellular hydration, and this is a way that's going to support it. The reason why infrared light is so important for us is because it supports our cellular repair, it supports our exclusion zone water and our cellular energy, and protects our cells. Those are the main things, okay? More energy, more hydration for your cells, more energy for your cells, more repair, and more protection for your cells. That's why. So you want infrared in your environment, okay? You can do it through a red light panel, but these bulbs are perfect. They're just a nice, warm, incandescent bulb that you can put in your environment, and it'll be bringing that infrared back into your life, okay? So this company is called Strainless Lighting. I became a partner with the company. I said, I invested in this. It's a nice young man who's starting a new company. I really like supporting small businesses. He's going to be coming on our podcast, so I'm really excited about that. So you can talk more about this. But what I really like doing to supporting people, so I did ask him for a discount code for you guys, and my discount code is Brightlightwellness. So you can go ahead and type that in, strainlesslighting.com, discount code Brightlightwellness. You can go get yourself some of these beautiful light bulbs, and you can use them in the bright setting during the day, especially when you're stuck indoors and you can't be outside. Put this by your desk, put this in the kitchen while you're cooking, put this next to your kids while they're doing homework, put this, anywhere. And I love that it can be plugged in. Like it has a wire, right? Like a lamp, and I can plug it in and shift it to whatever room I want to use it in. To travel with it, I'm going to be taking it in my RV. It's easy to travel with, so you get correct lighting, because when you go into these hotel rooms or places right, you're going to have these really nasty artificial blue rich lights that are going to be lacking the infrared frequencies that are healing to your mitochondria. Now, and then at night, you can also lower it to the dim setting, and you could use it like if your kids want to sit and read next to it. It's kind of like the same as a salt lamp. It's kind of the same as fire lamp. If you got to write a letter, or you got to write some notes, or you have to just do some work, it's perfect to sit next to. And honestly, it's a light bulb that I want to sit next to. It feels good. It feels nourishing to my body. So you can go and grab some over at strainlesslighting.com. I will link it in the description for you below, and I will also, link my discount code again, Brightlightwellness. And I'm really excited for you guys to try these out. I'm really excited to support this small business, and I love this, honestly, because it's a lot of times in the circadian world, it's hard to get incandescent light bulbs. In fact, you can't see this because I can't move my laptop because Ethernet, and it was already glitching. But I have two beautiful incandescent light bulbs and lamps over there, and they're so warm. And I said to my husband, I said, oh man, I wish we can get more of these. Where did you find these? They were old. He had them. And I was like, where did you find these? He's like, oh, you can't buy these anymore. I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. These are the light bulbs that I want everywhere. And then this company, Strainless Lighting, Diego, I found it through somebody else on Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, I need these light bulbs. And they're just like those light bulbs, this is a little bit brighter, but they're warm like that. And it's hard to find light bulbs like that. And a lot of times in the circadian world, we'll hear more about the nighttime lighting. Oh, use the red and the orange bulbs at night. Wonderful, great, that's great. You're taking out the blue light. But what about the incandescent? What about that infrared light that we're missing all day long? On days like when you can't be outside, right? Of course, go outside, right? Open windows, that helps. I have a window open in my kitchen. Light moves in a wave, it's come and floods your area, right? But I cannot spend a lot of time outside, so my body really needs more red light. You can use red light therapy panels. I love Midwest Red Light Therapy. I have a discount code there as well, Brightlightwellness. You can check that out. But we need more red light, infrared in our environment, because it is the most healing light frequency for our cells. Again, cellular repair, cellular hydration, cellular energy, and also cellular protection. Those are the four main reasons why you want to have infrared light in your environment. So I hope that's really helpful. I hope you go and grab some and support Diego. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing how they go. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I'm not sure that I can answer them, but I can also filter them to Diego, who is running these light bulbs, and take a listen to the Quantum Health Connection podcast, because he's going to be on there talking about these light bulbs and why they're so beneficial to us. And yeah, I look forward to supporting you if you have any other questions. If you're so confused about lighting and why it's important and why the sun and circadian rhythms are so important, you can get my Get Your Light Right webinar and ebook, and that will also be really supportive to learning how to use light as supportive medicine or as a therapeutic modality, which honestly, it is a game changer for most people's health. So that's another option that you can check out. So let me know if I have any questions, and I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys get some. Strainless Lighting, Bright Light Wellness Coach, or Bright Light Wellness is the discount code, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Bye.